Right, first things first, let's just come down to seated, work through a few bits and pieces to start. So as we've done quite a few times before, let's just get our ankles going. So we're going to go, this time we're going to go both out and in and out and in. Try and keep that movement coming from the ankle, not from the knee. And then let's do both over to one side, both over to the other side, and just go side to side. Okay, good. And then forwards and back, so toes away and toes towards. Good. And then let's bring it all together and do 8 circles in each direction, just with those ankles. Okay, and then the other way. Okay, good. When they're done, we're going to go for 12 in total, so 6 on each side. I'm just squeezing that knee into the chest. So if we're feeling you're not quite warm this morning or a bit tight to begin with, start off steady and then squeeze in further into the chest as we get through the reps. So we're going for 12 in total. Okay, good. When they're done, we're going to go put our hands behind us here, nice and square. Bring knees up together, and we're just going to rock them from side to side. And as you get more into it, going further with the aim of getting down towards the floor then. Okay, let's go for another 6 in total, so 3 to each side. Okay, good. From there, we're going to come up to cross-legged. We're going to put both hands down on the floor in front, and we're just going to go alternating then, right hand pointing up towards the ceiling, and then left, trying to get those arms nice and vertical, get that upper back warmed up. Okay, let's go for 6 more total. Okay, good. From there, we're going to do both arms at the same time. So we'll go for another 6, but this time we're going to ask a little bit more of that upper back. Arms pointing vertically and down again. We should be feeling then, between the shoulder blades, upper back there, having to work to get yourself into that position. Okay, good. Once we've done that, let's just bring our legs out to about 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock here. And then we're just going to begin with just do some very gentle upper body trunk rotations here. Keep things nice and steady. And then from there we're just going to do a few 6 reps of walking the hands forward out to a sort of a not particularly intense stretch, but so you can feel it in your hamstrings, and then back and walking your hands forward again and back. Okay, so we're going for 6 of those in total. Just pause at the stretch position for just a couple of seconds and bring yourself back. Okay, good. When that's done, we're going to come forwards into a half lunge or a half kneeling position, and from there we're just going to do some more trunk rotations in that position, opening up the hips as well. Okay, couple more, then switch sides. great. And then down to hands and knees. From here, we're going to go for the usual of pointing and looking towards the ceiling, and then coming under, and we're going to go for 8 reps of that one, opening up that upper back again. Such a good movement. Okay, once you've done your 8, change sides. Okay, and when they're done, we're going to go for 8, where we just sit our hips through, you know the one. Gentle to begin with, coming back into a nice back stretch, and forwards again. And then let's try and sit those hips further forward, deeper down towards the floor, on each rep, just a little by a little bit. When you get to your 8th rep, just stop in the back position, so here, and we'll do a little bit of stretching from there. So let's say we'll do two more back and forwards now, and then stop in that final back position. So coming into that back position now, get those tops of your feet flat on the floor, stretching right, sitting right back, and pushing those hands down into the floor to get a nice stretch through the lats. Let's hold there. Okay, and then we're going to work back forwards again with the hips down. We're going to come back again. This time we're going to bring our left hand just down to the floor underneath our chest. We're not going to use that one, and we're just going to push with that right hand into the floor in front of us. So the same stretch, but just the right hand. Push it down to the floor. Feel that lovely stretch up through the lat on that right side. Okay, and bring the other hand forwards. One more hips through, then we're going to come back. The right hand's just going to come down and be sort of obsolete for a second whilst the left stretches out. Stretching through the lats. Okay, both hands forward. Push the hips through again. We're going to come back into a double hand stretch like we did at the beginning again. So both hands forward, sitting right back, pushing down into the floor. And we're just going to stay here then for about 30 seconds. Making your arms as long as they can. Pushing down into the floor. Sitting deep into it. Okay, 5 seconds. 2, 1. Okay, back up to hands and knees. From here, we're going to go into some cat-cows. So the top position is arched back, pushing up into the ceiling, looking down towards the knees, and then driving the belly button down towards the floor and looking forwards. Exhaling. So let's work through some of those in your own time. Really push that back up and then drive that belly button down towards the floor. Lovely bit of movement through the spine. Okay, we're going to go for 3 more in total. So 3. Okay, and then rest there. Grab a drink, and we'll move on to our next little bit. Okay, so grab a weight for this bit, if you've got one. If you haven't, I'll let you know what you can do. So we're going to work on a bit of balance and a bit of hamstrings. So we're going to go work on the single leg deadlift. Two options if you're doing body weight only is to literally just do your single leg deadlift here, hands down, reaching forwards, there. Your option if you've got a weight is to hold that weight in the same hand as the leg we're working, the forward leg. Just come over, adding weight to the movement, okay? So what we'll do is we're going to start off with 6 single leg deadlifts on each side. So if we're doing the bodyweight variation, we're just going to be keeping chest up, send your bum back. Going over for 6 reps. Getting a bit of work through the hamstring and stabilising the ankle, the feet. Think about your foot as a tripod. You got your heel, your little toe and your big toe, all in contact with the floor, spread out, being nice and stable. Okay, and when you've done your 6 on that side, change over to the other side, do another 6 there. Okay, great. When they're done, we're going to continue on the theme of strengthening those ankles and those feet for running and things like that. So we'll just give it a second. Okay, so we're going to move on to doing some inverted walks. So we're going to bring our feet up onto the outsides of the feet. So little toe and outside of the heel is on the floor, and we're just going to take some nice steps forward in whatever space you've got. So walking forwards with those feet inverted and coming back, and we're going to do 2 there and back. Okay, so we're back again now. We're going to go forward again in that inverted walk position. Okay, and then back. And from there we're going to do heel walk, so we're going to be up on our heels, balls of the feet off the floor, walking forwards and back twice through again. Okay, and forwards again. Good. Okay, and then from there, we're going to go into 20 calf raises, so standing, coming up onto the balls of the feet and the toes. If you want to hold on to your weight to add a bit of resistance, then that's totally fine. So, coming up into standing. You should begin to feel like 20 is quite a lot. Okay, and then when they're done, we're going to go back into our single leg deadlifts for another 6 on each side. Your choice whether you want to add a weight to that or not. Okay, so back into that single leg deadlift, starting on the first leg. Going over again, hopefully this time we're a little bit more competent at it, we're a bit warmer, we might be able to get over a bit further. Feet, ankles, all those little muscles having to work hard to stabilise. And changing over when you're done on that leg. Okay, good. And then we're going to transition into something that's going to be a little bit hard, and then we'll have a break. Okay, so what we're going to move into now is we're going to hold the bottom of that single leg deadlift position, which I think is called a warrior 2 in yoga. So what we're going to do is we're going to go, firstly we're going to do 10 seconds, then 20, then 30 on each leg. Okay, so that what we're looking for is we're going to be over in that single leg deadlift position. So from the side you might look like a T. So you're going to hold in that position there. We're going to do 10 seconds to begin with, then 10 seconds off. Other leg, 10 seconds off, and then 20, 20, 30, 30, okay? So let's start on the first leg, whether that be right or left, doesn't really matter. And then we're going to get ourselves over into that position, so we're going to start in 3, 2, 1, okay? And then let's just hold that position. Tension through the hamstrings. Feet and ankles having to work overtime here to stay in position. Okay, 2, 1, and back up to standing. We've got 10 seconds rest. Then we're going to do the same on the other leg. So 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so over onto that other leg. If you lose your balance, just drop your other foot down to the floor, reset, and go again. 2, 1, and rest. Okay, that was a nice gentle breaking us into that. We've got 20 seconds on each leg. So we're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're over in that position. Try and settle into it. Pick a point on the floor to have a look at. Again, if you lose your balance, just reset and get back into position. Okay, 5 seconds left here. 3, 2, 1. Okay, 20 seconds rest, shake those legs out. Okay, ready to go again in 10 seconds. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're over on that second leg for the 20-second. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, 20 seconds rest, then we're going to go on to the 30-second ones. We're not going to go past that, alright, don't worry. So let's get ourselves ready for that first foot, again going for the 30. Try and settle into it. We're going to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, 30 seconds here. Settle in, concentrate on what you're doing. Keep the tension through that hamstring. Okay, we're over halfway. Okay, 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, excellent, well done. That's the long one. Okay, we've got 30 seconds rest. Just shake out those ankles. Then we're going to go again for 30 seconds on the second leg. Alright, ready to go in about 15. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. 30 seconds, settle in. Seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, excellent. Okay, so grab a drink if you want one. We're going to come down to hands and knees, do a bit of work on the shoulder, then we're going to finish off with some glutes and some quad stretching. So from here, hands and knees, hands and knees there. We're going to put the arm out in front of us, flip that palm so it's pointing outwards, and that arm's going to do a nice circle, trying to stay as vertical or pointing towards the ceiling as possible until the last minute. Just bend and come in to the lower back. We're going to go for 5 on each side. You know the one. Okay, when you've done your 5, switch over to the other side. Okay, excellent. And then from there, we're just going to go for alternate. So hands and knees again. Right hand's going to come up and look and point towards the ceiling. Pause for 1 second, and then down, and then left hand up, looking and pausing. We're going to do 10 of those in total. 5 for each side. Shoulders probably feel fairly warm now. When they're done, we're going to come up into that kneeling position again, that half kneel. We're going to have our the hand that's on the same side as the front knee pointing forwards, that's going to stay where it is. And the right hand, or the other hand, is then for 5 reps, that's it, you got it already. We're going to rotate round and point it backwards. So not only are we thinking about opening up those shoulders and the upper back as we rotate, but as that arm comes round to point backwards, we should feel a stretch through the sort of groin or the inner leg of the front leg as well. Just 5 on each side. Then changing leg. Okay, I think that shoulders, feel that. Okay, so as we've done for the last few weeks now, we're going to go into our 1990s and our 2 minutes spent in that position stretching, because if we can do, we've probably done it for 4 or 5 weeks now, so we should be seeing some improvement. So, as before, we're going to switch ourselves between those two 90-90 positions, so over here, reaching over for 20 reps. So we should be getting a bit looser in this position and able to maybe sit over that front leg a little bit further as things are loosening up. So 20 reps total, then we'll go into those 2 minute stretches. Okay, let's do 4 more in total. Bring us back together. Okay, then we're going to settle into whichever 90-90 one you fancy doing first. And remember that we're going to push through that front leg, leaning over. Okay, so we're going to start that stretch then in 3, 2, 1. Okay, and we're down for that 2 minutes. So maybe spend the first 20 to 30 seconds just getting into the groove, getting comfortable. Then we'll deepen the stretch then as we get more into it. Just relax there, deep breaths. Try and relax there. Okay, so let's lean a little bit further over that front knee. Maybe get a bit deeper into the floor, if we can. Uncomfortable but not painful. Okay, so we're into the second minute now, so let's sit a bit deeper into that stretch. And a bit deeper again if you can for the last 30. Okay, almost there. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and rest. Okay, so we're going to take 30 seconds now, just have a break. So do whatever you fancy doing, anything that feels tight. Just give it a quick shake out. And then in about what we've got left, 20 seconds then, we'll go into the 2 minute stretch on the other side. Okay. So we've got about 10 seconds till we start. Okay, so starting in 3, 2, 1. Over that front leg. Like before, let's spend the first 20 to 30 seconds just getting comfortable in the position, if that's possible. Okay, so we're 30 seconds in, let's sit a bit deeper into the stretch. Okay, coming into the final minute now, so let's try and sit a bit deeper again. A bit more weight going over that front leg. Okay, final 30, let's push it a little bit more. Ten seconds left. 5, 3, 2, 1. Okay, back up. We're going to go for 10 90-90s. We should be feeling super loose now through the hips and through the glutes. So 10 of those, and we'll go in to stretch our quads to finish. Okay, great. Once they're done, we're going to go 30 seconds on each quad to begin with. So we're going to come up into a standing quad stretch. Nice and easy, simple stretch. So we're going to start that one then. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So 30 seconds there. You know the score. Have that knee, hips pushing forwards, gently pulling up on that foot. Keep that knee pointing down towards the floor, knees together. Alright, good. Okay, 10 seconds. We're going to do a fairly quick transition into the other leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Get yourselves ready. We're going to go across into the other leg, starting out in 3, 2, 1. Okay, there we go. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Same again, we're going to do 30 seconds on each side again, starting on that first side in 3, 2, 1. Okay. Let's push a little bit harder this time. Drive those knees a bit, those hips a bit harder forwards. Okay, 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. Alright, getting ready on the other side, starting in 3, 2, 1. Okay. Okay, 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's come down to seated, cross-legged on the floor like at the beginning. Again, we're going to roll those shoulders back, nice big circles for 10 reps. Okay, and then from there, we're just going to reach up as high as we can, make ourselves as tall as we can when seated, and drive up then for 3, 2, 1, and down. Okay, we're going to go back up again for 3, 2, 1, and down. Really drive up, try to make yourself, try and reach the ceiling from seated. So up again, we're going to do 5 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1, and down. Okay, so that's it for today. Not the most exciting session, but one of the most important.